This is from Big Sky 12001. Mitch, thank you for adding me to Facebook. I haven't commented much on anything, but I have watched almost all of your videos. I have enjoyed them very much. I am a skeptic and have been in the woods a lot, but I watch not to make fun or to ridicule anyone. I respect everyone that has witnessed something I watched because I really want to know what they have witnessed, and just to add on my ideas, that's the last of it. It chopped it off for some reason, so I don't get to read the rest of the paragraph. But, I appreciate skeptics that are honest and will come forth and say, I'm skeptical. I haven't been convinced, but, I want to know, or I want to see what you've seen and that kind of stuff. That's fine. It's, healthy to have skeptics. It's just that when, a skeptic comes in and goes, you're wrong, hoax, or something like that, that gets a little bit irritating. But when you come forth and you're straightforward about it and say, I just don't believe, well, that's fine. Sometimes I kind of wonder, well, if you're a hardcore skeptic, why are you perusing Bigfoot stuff? Don't you have anything better to do with your time? It's okay to be skeptical. It's okay to look at basically the videos and stuff and look at the findings and then decide for yourself. That's great. Since my last Bigfoot video had a lot of Bigfoot faces in them, I was trying to show the differences between the primitives and the human-looking faces, the human-looking ones. I still haven't got any data on the dog-faced Bigfoot or anything like that. So far, they don't appear to be in Arizona. A lot of people have made the comment or questioned whether or not these could be the product of kidnapping for breeding purposes and stuff like that. Well, possibly, but however, most of these human-looking faces are probably well over 20 years old in age. Then that tells me that this is not a recent type kidnapping, that these faces or genetics have had a chance to do their thing through their dominant and recessive gene patterns through the generations. And you may have a primitive pop up from time to time, or you may have a human-faced Bigfoot pop up from time to time. Yes, there have been people gone missing over time, and it was probably more prevalent back in the early history days or the pioneer days, when there was less tracking of who was where. Nowadays, with the social media, the internet, the technology and stuff like that, a person going missing is rare. They may go run away for a while or walk away from a marriage or something like that, but they usually turn up. Now, we do get a lot of comments about missing 411, and I've talked to David Paulides, and he's very knowledgeable, a very good person. The missing people have to meet certain criteria, or he doesn't investigate them. So in other words, he doesn't investigate all missing people. It has to be under certain criteria that he has developed. Do Bigfoot continue to kidnap? We have no evidence of that. It's just some awful, strange things that happen in the national parks. But I do want to talk about the possibility of Bigfoot being a human hybrid. That's now a very good, strong possibility, which means that they have the human genes in them. And like I said, from over the generations, their recessive and dominant genes could produce either a human-looking Bigfoot or a more primitive one. So, could they have kidnapped people in the past? Possibly. There are quite a few things around the Indian reservations that we don't get told about a lot? Could they be rogue people that have stayed in the woods so long that they look like a Bigfoot? Not likely. If you study genetics, you'll see that your DNA, when it changes, or basically the genes are interacting and so forth, you never get more information in the genome or in the DNA. You always get less. So as time goes on, you'll see some changes in the original DNA, but that's through degradation. It's not through addition. So can something progress to be a human? Not likely. Can something change from a human to something else? Possibly. But, I'm not sure that would ever happen. There's been quite a few people that have expressed their concern about me being in the woods by myself, or being so deep in that there's no communications. Yeah, that's going to happen. This particular area that I go into is very rough with very deep canyons and so forth. There is no cell service, so no smartphone service. The only way you could possibly get out with a signal would be through satellite service. Now I'm kind of looking at the possibility of obtaining a satellite dish that would allow me to hook up to the internet, so that I might be able to do some live broadcasting while I'm in the mountains. Right now it's probably a little too late to make the major expedition that I'm going on this spring in a couple of weeks, because basically I'd have to get the dish and get it set up and get the bugs worked out of it before it'd be viable. But it's something that I'm looking at doing. Satellite phone, of course, either a dish or a phone would allow me to communicate with the outside, but that's a recurring service. So if I take that on, that's going to mean I've got to take on recurring payments to be able to do that. I have looked into other tracking devices and so forth, and there are some out there, but again, you have to register and basically pay recurring payments. So basically I'm not going to do that this time. I'll do it the old tried and true method, where once a night I will drive to a high spot that I can receive cell service. I'll call out and tell my wife where I'm at, where I'm going the next day, and give her some information. On the weekends, I may have to come in for resupplies. If I do that, I might be able to have some updates available for uploading to YouTube, which might keep you a little satisfied, or the interest tweaked until I get back and process the rest of the videos.